What's going on? How y'all doing? It's Tomahawk Tony. You know, just want to apologize. I want to begin this with an apology. What's going on? How y'all doing? It's Tomahawk Tony. Yeah, getting things set up over here. But anyway, um, you know, basically, I have um, I've been pretty immature to say the least, man. I've been dealing with a lot of turbulence, different forms of turbulence, just within the past year alone, but for a while now, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, due to my immaturity, you know what I'm saying, that I feel I've been immature, if you will. Um, you know, some of my communications may be taken as being distasteful by those that have listened and watched to my communications and presentations. Not trying to make no excuses here. You know what I mean? Like I say, coward season is over. And I ain't gonna be a coward in regards to what I feel and know to be, immature, to say the least. All right. So, just gonna briefly describe, some of this discomfort, some of the turbulence. All right. You know, I was born, as I already mentioned previously, I was born in the '80s, right? And I was in an environment, numerous environments, right here, North America, East Coast, and all of that, different places on the East Coast, and I was surrounded by a lot of addiction. All right, and I didn't have a lot of stability in regards to family, friends, etc. Um, growing up, seeing and knowing your people being incarcerated, injured, and killed, and engaged in various forms of survival-based activities, and then you know these things ain't right, but then you learn that this is all a part of an elaborate conspiracy, and you are being affected and impacted by these conspiracies. You know what I'm saying? I've already shown text detailing what the foreigners have planned for our American people. You know what I mean? So now, of course, I went to elementary school, middle school, high school. I've been to college and all that kind of shit. But you know, it's real crazy that you are a young man, if you will. All right, you're a boy, a young man, and you hearing first thing in the morning in school. All right, your teacher's telling you that we're not going to live to see 18. What's them chances of seeing 21? All right, and if you do, your life will be miserable and ultimately not worth living. And then in recent years, you hearing, because I've heard this recently from youth saying that, they're hearing the same shit. And this is the same bullshit that was being said, back when I was like 12, 13, 14 years old, middle school, high school, and all of that. And this is the same shit that's going on in the education system for our, I want to say that, I don't want to say it's limited to our inner city youth, but I was in the inner city. I didn't go to schools in like the county and all of that. I was in the city and, it was some shit. You know what I mean? So that was, mentally, that's turbulence right there. You know what I mean? Like your self esteem, your self confidence, your self worth, and things that nature is slam being thrown out the window first thing in the morning in school. And this was back in the day when I was dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? Then, you know, good chance, yo, like pin on what's going on and what you into as a kid. And then, as you grow up and all of that, you might find yourself locked up. And so I got locked up, you know what I mean? Bullshit felonies, you know what I mean? And, you're surrounded by pretty much your peers. These are your people from the various communities and neighborhoods. Y'all all from the same environment, generally speaking, right? And you all are engaged in the same activities. You know what I'm saying? Same hood shit, same street shit that was, just normal. All right. Now, all of these guys are locked up, different ages, right? Random youth, random adults, and there was a lot of violence. Same violence that was in the streets. Now it's like, it's more like, let's say, localized because you're inside of a facility. All right. I don't know if you ever seen dog fights. and all of that. But like, yeah, like picture being in a ring, like, you know, pin on, like, you know, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? You are in a isolated situation with numerous people of various backgrounds and experiences, and you all are dealing with whatever y'all dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And this is all systematic. All right. Yo, I done shared cells with dudes that was dope fiends for like over 40 years of shooting heroin. And these dudes is sharing their experiences with me. They're sharing their wisdom with me. You know what I mean? And you know, you're going through these situations, and you know, throughout all of this, you know, for myself, you know, my dignity and my spirit is what kept me grounded. You know what I'm saying? Where I never compromise. I don't do compromise, man. I ain't with that shit. I don't encourage nobody to compromise, especially my people, man. You know what I'm saying? We cannot be out here compromising. Period. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, you're in these cells. You know, you want to sell two-man cell, all right? And you know, I was fortunate enough to have, you know, certain quality of cellmates. I'll be honest with you. You know what I mean? Whereas, you know, it was old dudes and even some young dudes. And, you know, these people, they share their experiences with me. You know what I mean? And one dude, you know, I'll never forget this guy, man. And, you know, he just came home. He wasn't even home 90 days. And he caught another body and shit, right? You know what I mean? This is what he do. You know what I mean? And he ain't been home 90 days and now he locked up again. You know what I mean? He's about to get shipped off for the rest of his life. You know what I mean? He's in his 60s. And, you know, he told me his first body he caught when he was like 14 years old. And these are the environments in which, you know, we've been conditioned to live in, if you will. This is not living. And so, you know, all of this, you know, this is all mind right here. This is psychology here. Crazy psychology. You know what I mean? It's crazy social engineering and all of that. So while I'm listening to these old dudes, you know what I'm saying? You had these dudes on the tier and all of that, and they'd be talking all this gangster shit, man. Who they rob, bitches they fuck, you know what I'm saying? Drugs they done did, you know what I'm saying? How they spent their money, you know what I mean? And then they talk all this fucking tough guy shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say these dudes ain't tough. I ain't gonna say they ain't strong. Thing is though, the energy is being improperly directed. You know what I'm saying? They've been conditioned to conduct themselves in this kind of way, to communicate in whatever kinds of ways, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I just found it real crazy that, you know, these guys, they do all of this stuff amongst themselves, all right? They do it to each other, but then when the CEOs come through, they submit to the orders of the CEOs, no problem, no hesitation. But they've been conditioned to be this way, you know what I'm saying? And so I got to see these things. And to this day, you still get to see these things. You know, and when I was locked up, right? You know what I mean? You know, I was in a maximum security kind of situation, whereas we was in a cell 23 hours a day. All right. We only come out for 1 hour. All right. And so within these 23 hours, you gotta be productive. Otherwise, you on some fucking bullshit. You doing dumb shit for 23 hours. Either gonna be productive or you're not gonna be productive, basically, right? And so, you know, you got a lot of dudes that be laughing and joking, playing and this, that, and the other from they cell to cell. And that shit is like the fuck, yo. So, you know, you compartmentalize the situation that you in. And then as soon as we come out for that 1 hour, it never felt somebody got their head bust, man. Somebody was killed. You know what I'm saying? Or seriously, critically fucking injured for whatever reason. The person could have been a rat. Some shit could have happened on the outside. He could have robbed somebody. Ain't no telling what could have happened. You know what I'm saying? But somebody just got fucked up, basically, right? So anyway, you know, I've had my share of experiences. Like I said, I'm not trying to sound like I'm special or none of that. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to sound like, you know, oh, my experience is worse or better than someone else's. Nah, all I'm saying is, you know what I mean, I apologize for, you know, my immaturity, you know what I'm saying, in some of these presentations. You know what I'm saying? Like I get excited, man. You know what I mean? My energy be fucking spiking. You know what I mean? And you know, I know better. I know better, man. You know what I mean? And so moving forward, that's what I have in mind. That's what I intend for myself to you all is to show better. You know what I'm saying? We have to set examples for ourselves and each other. You know what I'm saying? Whereas essentially we have to our people have to complement each other versus degrade ourselves and each other. You know what I'm saying? And you know, actions speak louder than words, man. So you know, I thank you for your time, of course. You know what I'm saying? Whoever receives this communication, you know what I mean, much appreciation to you. I mean, generally speaking, yo, we got a lot of work to do. You know what I mean? My intent is for the future generations. You know what I'm saying? We gotta provide better. You know what I'm saying? I'm a single dude. I don't have no youth as of yet, no posterity as of yet. You know what I'm saying? Looking forward to it at some point in time. But before that can happen, for real, you know what I'm saying? I need to know that my offspring will have a quality environment with stability, pretty much everything I didn't have. You know what I'm saying? I need my youth to have prior to their entry into this realm of existence. You know what I mean? Um, and with these experiences that I've had and with the experiences of my people, you know what I'm saying? I know for a fact that we can really construct better experiences, great opportunity for our coming generations, man. Present generations forward. This is what we need. You know what I'm saying? We need greater experiences, man. And for myself, I don't give a fuck about what's going on with Bill Cosby. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit that's going on in media. But I give a fuck about is my people out here every day going through the shit that they're going through. You know what I'm saying? I showed y'all consumer data reports. And in my opinion, you know what I'm saying, that reveals our areas of correction. You know what I'm saying? And these are vital areas of correction. In my opinion, we don't need to be watching and supporting these people, man. I mean, I've heard people talking about the Cosby Show, this, that, and the other. I mean, yo, how come we couldn't create our own Cosby Show within our own communities? Now, I'm not saying those didn't exist, because my own grandmother, she had like a Cosby kind of situation. Both of my grandmothers. You know what I'm saying? Now, not a Cosby kind of situation, but where you have a professional woman, if you will, you know what I'm saying, who takes care of the home and this, that, and the other. But I didn't spend a whole lot of time with my grandmothers like that. You know what I'm saying? When I did, though, they made sure there was a quality environment for me. You know what I'm saying? Within their home. Outside the home, was another situation. But this is why what goes on in the home has to be relative to what's outside the home when we're talking about a community neighborhood kind of situation. You know what I'm saying? I used to see how my grandmother knew the other elders in the neighborhood. What that did for me was it told me how to have relationships. And so, I was cool with these elders that she was cool with. And I was even cool with some of those elders' grandchildren and children and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying there wasn't no fights and scuffles and light situations, but the thing is, was nothing really present to like really reduce the integrity of the relationships in which my grandmothers had made with others. And these are things in which I encourage for us to cultivate, for us to be aware of, so that we can maintain these relationships and bonds. We can maintain our values and our dignity with each other. You know what I mean? This is very important to me. Now, reason why I show history throughout some of my presentations, many of my presentations, if you will, is because the past affects the present, period. Give you an example. So now, I'll use myself for an example, right? Let's say that I'm very unhealthy, okay? And let's say I was to get with a woman who is also unhealthy, all right? And it could be whatever means of unhealthiness. And we decide, or we for whatever reason, we chose to produce offspring together, okay? Now, when that child arrives, that child now becomes present and will be affected by past actions. This is one clear example of how the past affects the present. And so, y'all seen me go in on the Moors, all right? Now, my emphasis is not the Moors. My emphasis is what took place with them, how things happened with them, because what has happened to them has been brought to our American people, all right? And this is why genealogy is important. We need to know what our elders, our predecessors was doing, how they was moving together, how they was living, what they engaged in together. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody's going to tell us. They try to throw a blanket over all of us and say, "Oh yeah, you always this and you always that and blah blah blah." But whoa, when we get into the truth of the matter, we know that that's not true. We know it's not true. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to pull up some notes that I've taken. Okay, I'll pull up some notes that I've taken. All right. Now, reason, and I've shown this note before. I've previously shown this. Okay. Let me see. I think I want to deal with this one here. All right, I'm about to begin a screen share in a hot minute. I'm just trying to locate a particular text here. But give me one moment because I got some other stuff already ready to go. Matter of fact, let me just go to the folder real quick. You know what I'm saying? So I can go ahead and get the live share moving. And like I said, man, I appreciate y'all time and all of that. You know what I mean? We got a lot of good people out here, and we just got a lot of work to do, yeah. Like we seriously got a lot of work to do. So like, give me one moment here while I locate these notes. Where we at, man? Because we got to be very clear here. We got to be very clear of what has happened and what we want to happen. Let me see if this is the text here. God damn, I cannot locate it right now. Damn, that's crazy. So now I done shown a text previously regarding the eschatologists. You had a Joseph Mead. All right, Joseph Mead, and I believe his name was Thomas Brighton. Okay, you got one eschatologist in the 15th century, you got another one, Joseph Mead, in the 16th century. And this particular text, this quote here, it blatantly states how our American people receive demonization, like blatantly, from the Moors. Like they associated us to those foreigners. And we have to be very clear about what has happened and what we want to happen. I found this other text here, because another thing too, we gotta stop calling ourselves human, man. We are not humans, man. Some people may be human, man. I'm not human. I highly disagree with that kind of language. You know what I'm saying? I highly disagree with it. Where we at? I'm trying to locate it. This is crazy. This is real crazy. American violence, nah. Where we at? Media share notes. What's up? What's up? All right, you know what? I think I might need to run a search up in Facebook somewhere. Matter of fact, yeah, that's right, because I can't screen share from my phone right now. I got notes on my phone. I use it for copy and paste purposes, straight to Facebook. And basically, yeah, man. I want to present clear information, because we gotta know these things. You seriously gotta know these things. Let me see. Is this the one here? Nah, this is from another joint, right? God damn. Pardon me, I got so many notes I've taken over the years. Like I said, I appreciate y'all time. I'm about to add this note real soon. Because like at the end of the day, one primary thing that we do have to do is make sure we are correctly identifying ourselves. And how do you correctly identify yourself? Is knowing who your people are. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, that's what I could do. I could just go ahead and pull up the video because I know I got it in the video. I concluded series of Tomahawk Tony videos with the quote itself. So I'll just go ahead and pull it up right now. That way people can see what's going on. Now, I normally start off with my my intro and all of that. I don't even feel like doing all of that right now. You know what I'm saying? So what I want to do here is I'm just going to pull up one of my old videos, Defamation of Character Part 3. All right. And I'm just going to jump to the end. Where we at? Here we go. All right. So I'm about to begin the live share as soon as this part of the video loads up. What the fuck? Shit is not loading. Here we go. All right. We're going to begin a screen share right now. Yeah. Let's go and get it in. Send to everyone. All right. So now, this from Defamation of Character, Part 3. It's in a series of them already. But I just want to show you clearly here. This quote is from a book titled Moors, Turks, and something else, man. I forgot the name of the book. I have it in one of the other presentations. But it says here clearly, similarly, English colonists and adventurers interchanged discourses and prejudices as they crisscrossed between the Muslims in the Mediterranean and the Indians in America. Okay? Drawing on their eschatological and military fears of the Turks and Moors and on the writings of anti-Muslim and anti-Indian Spaniards. English colonists applied the imagery they had designated for the Muslims on the Indians. It's going to continue. In the same way that the Mohammedans were beasts, wild and bloody and cruel, the Indians became doleful creatures, the various ruins of mankind. Devil worshippers, flying serpents. It is significant that Thomas Brightman, 1562 through 1607, one of the two most influential eschatologists of 17th century Britain, denounced the Muslims and threatened them with divine destruction. But since he was writing before the British colonial venture to America had taken shape, he made no mention of the Indians. That is key text right there. That is key information. All right. Let's continue. This next part is very important. In the writings of Joseph Mead, 1586 through 1638, however, the other influential eschatologists, the Indians were depicted as worshippers of the devil who, like the Muslims, would lead the satanic attack on Christendom, but would ultimately be defeated. Beginning in the 1630s, when Mead's writings were published, therefore, the Indians were joined to the Muslims as enemies of Christ and categorized as infidels and heathens, exactly as the Muslims had been categorized for centuries. Okay? So now, basically what this text says here is our people are not Muslims. Our American people are not Muslims. Our American people are none of those foreign things. Why? Because those things are foreign. Okay? You have more evidence of these foreigners. Okay? So I presented this one this past week here. This book is titled The Moriscos of Spain, Their Conversion and Expulsion. Like I said, I'm not focused on the Moors. My focus is not the Moors. My focus is what in the past has taken place to how the past is affecting our American people's present situation. What I mean by our present situation is our people have always been here in America. This is our land. I got plenty of evidence of that. There's plenty of evidence of that, right? Red American Indians, okay? What is Indian red? Just gonna keep it real simple, y'all. Indian red, right? This is the color here. It's brown. The color is brown. Our people have been described as being the color mahogany, we come in various shades, complexions, etc. We are not limited. Like, I'll give you an example. When I was a little boy, my skin complexion was like a yellowish color. I was like yellow, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Like, my skin complexion was very light. Fast forward to today, my complexion is similar to that of Marvin Gaye's. All right. Transition. Nature, there's natural transitions within nature. Environmental variables, series of different things. All right. Now, our people have been demonized. As the text just said, this was in the past, our people was being demonized. Okay. Now, previously presented this text here where it says, the North American Indian, on the contrary, prefers banishment and even death to slavery, but his lands are serviceable to us. Therefore, his extinction seems to be desired. Okay. Our extinction seems to be desired. This was written in the 1800s. I believe 1824 is the exact date in which that book was written. Okay. Now, if our extermination is desired, seems to be desired, all right, because our lands are serviceable to them, all right. This was in the past. Our lands have become very serviceable to all the foreigners, right? I mean, that should be very obvious. Foreigners are literally dumping their people from whatever regions of the world on our land. All right. Let's look up some immigration statistics, okay? Immigration statistics 2017 to America. I'll try to find some images on this. All right. Immigrant workforce in America. Just CNN money here. So you have 82.9% of native-born workers, 12.1% immigrants authorized to work in the U.S., 5% undocumented. Okay, and these are statistics. These are not, like, let's say 100% accurate here. Okay. More undocumented workers moving. Some 13% of undocumented workers are managers or professionals, up from 10% in 2007. I mean, this is what is taking place here. Okay. Now, I'm about to send over email to myself right now because I want to show you something here. This is from Department of Justice, their website, where it blatantly states a situation with some Guatemalans. Okay. This is something that you know, they were indicted, charged, or what have you. I'm about to locate the email right now so I can show you all. Okay. Here it is right here. Guatemalan nationals. Here we go. They were sentenced. That's what happened. They were just sentenced for this. Okay. Want to wait for the email to come in so I can go to pull it up. All right. These are things in which, in my opinion, we have to be aware of. Right. All of us. I mean, if we have people that's going to be, you know, if this is going to be their sector of activity, where it's like they're going to be paying attention to these things or what have you. Here we go, right here. Let's get it in. All righty. Got MS-13, 3 conspirators, Guatemalan nationals. Going to pull this up right here. All right. 2 Guatemalan nationals sentenced in connection with labor trafficking scheme and forced labor of other Guatemalan nationals. All right. Now, we know that the foreigners have treated America like penal colonies. Okay. Now, why would they do this? Well, free labor, slave labor, slave labor. This ties into caste systems, all right? Let me show y'all what a caste system looks like. Caste system. Oh, look at that. They got caste system in America. Let's take a look. See what that's about. This caste system was brought to America, okay? Okay, so the social class, for example, is a form of a caste system, class system, okay? I'm going to pull this up. The past affects the present. So as you see here, this is from Hindustan, dealing with the Brahmins and those kind of people, all right? This is old right here, okay? Let me just show you a little bit how old it is, because this is the past, right? Caste system, definition, right? A caste system, it says right here from vocabulary.com, a caste system is a class structure that is determined by birth. Loosely, it means that in some societies, if your parents are poor, you're going to be poor too. Same goes for the rich. If you're a glass half full person, okay? Now, let's just go to etymology real quick. Online. Etymonline.com, I believe it is. And we're going to look up the word caste, all right? Okay, here it is. Caste, one of the hereditary social groups of quote-unquote India. 16 terms from Portuguese casta, breed, race. I'll call you right back. My apologies. All right. 16 terms from Portuguese casta, breed, race, caste. Earlier, casta raka, unmixed race from, so basically caste system. All right. So 1789, Anglo-Indian, in reference to the offspring of a European father and an Asian mother from half caste. Okay. So basically, we're talking about just saying 1610s, but we know that that's older than that, right? We know that's much older. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to show Hindustan caste system. Be real clear about that in my search. Be very clear. Social history of Hindustan. Okay, I'm gonna pull up this one right here. Why not? Origin of caste system in India, Hindustan times. You see what I'm saying here? See, this is why we have to know what took place in the past. And while I'm here, let me just go ahead and pull up India, let's say origins. Matter of fact, we're gonna do India Bharat. Okay? That's one because our people need to be on point out here. Names for India. Okay, this is, I don't really like Wikipedia, but I'm just saying. Okay? It says right there. Bharata Khanda, the original Sanskrit name for the Indian subcontinent. Bharat, Ganaraya, what have you, Raja, or simply Bharat for the Republic of India. Bharata Mata, Mother India. Okay? The national personification of India as a mother. Bharat Ratna, India's highest civilian award. Bharata Natyam. All right, so what does Bharat mean? What does Bharat mean? Because they just started calling India India. So Bharat meaning. Means being maintained in Sanskrit. Okay, the official name of the country of India, Bharat, derives from him. Okay. So there was once upon a time a king or some deity or something like that. And, you know, That's one thing about the foreigners that you may come to learn is they will name a country after a deity. All right, name something of value, whatever they value. But really it's the royalty that names themselves. They call themselves the king. They call themselves the god. They call themselves the supreme creator, and all of that kind of stuff. That's what the foreigners have done. This ties back into the caste system. Okay. All right. Social history of Hindustan, the Indian caste system, and non-Hindu influences. This is from the Korean Minjok Leadership Academy International Program, Yeonhwa Lee, term paper AP European History class, September 2008 here. So this is a European history class here. Here we go right here. India has had a consistent development of civilization since 2500 BC. Now, as I showed you just here, right here, all right, India is really Bharat. So when they speak in regards to our American people being American Indians, all right, or Indians here, all right, the word Indian derives from the word Indios, okay? Let me show you. Indios. Indios, Indians, okay? Take a look. Because this came from the Spaniards. Spaniards said this. Here it is right here. Indian auxiliaries. Indian auxiliaries or Indios auxiliaries is a term used in old Spanish chronicles and historical texts for the indigenous peoples who were integrated into the armies of the Spanish conquistadors with the purpose of supporting their advance and combat operations during the conquest of America. And these are all strategies of war, y'all. It says right there that the Spanish, they integrated our indigenous peoples into their armies for the purpose of advancing in combat operations during the conquest of America. They sought to conquer our people. As it says right here. The North American Indian, on the contrary, prefers banishment, even death, to slavery, but his lands are serviceable to us, therefore his extinction seems to be desired. Okay? It all ties into the same thing. It all goes together. So now, where is it? Let's find that. Okay, whatever. Egypt thing here. Don't care about none of that. Social pyramid. All right. But we see how old this is here. You see how old this is. And let's look at this one here. Okay. U.S. social classes. Capitalists. Prestigious university. Investors and heirs. A few executives. Income $500,000 plus. Percentage of population 1%. Upper middle, college or university. Often with postgraduate study. Professionals or upper managers 90,000+, 14%. Lower middle, at least high school, perhaps some college or apprenticeship. Semi-professionals and lower managers. Craftspeople, foremen, about $40,000 a year, or income 30%. Working class, high school, factory workers, clerical workers, retail sales, low-paid craftspeople, about 30,000. Percentage of population 30%. Working poor, some high school, laborers, service workers, low-paid salespeople, about 18,000, 22%. Then you have the underclass, some high school, unemployed and part-time, on welfare, about 10,000, 3%. Now, it says here the source is dating to 1993 here. 1993, 1995, this is the 90s here, right? Let's get out of there. these social classes, this caste system situation is old. The past affects the present. I want you to take note of something here. Where it says at the very top of this document here, capitalists, prestigious university, investors, and heirs. So now, your heirs are your offspring, okay? These are your people who have, you had these youth, these children, these daughters and sons, and you have intentionally positioned them to benefit, to inherit the fruits of your labor overall. All right. All in all, they benefit from the fruits of your labor. Okay. Let's go ahead and define heir real quick. Heir definition. A person legally entitled to the property or rank of another on that person's death. Says here, successor, inheritor, beneficiary, legatee, descendant, scion. Person inheriting continuing legacy of a predecessor. So now I would ask you, because this is what we have to be mindful of, what are we preparing for our heirs? What are we doing for our legacies? Now, this ties into the importance of genealogy. All right? Because if the foreigners see our lands as being serviceable to them, now, when we look into our genealogy, what lands, if any, did your people have? Because if your peoples had land, guess what? You are an heir to that land. What's the status of your people's land? These are very important things for us, because I can show you something else. Let me show you. I came across this information last year. Serene Global. Global Services. Let's go to here. Services Ltd. All right. Scroll down. Serene Global. Now, these people are down in Texas. Texas, let's say community, okay? Look at this right here, sereneglobal.com. This is serious shit going on right here, okay? You see this right here? Now, like a beautiful home there, right? Beautiful home. Fortunately, these homes are made out of very cheap materials, manufactured in China, okay? Now look, it says new townhome starting from nearly $250,000, contemporary design, energy saving building material and design, 5 minutes from DFW Airport. Where is DW Airport? Since 5 minutes from there, let's find out where DW Airport is. DFW Airport, Dallas Fort Worth International Airport. Okay. Conveniently located off of Highway 183, easy access to George Bush Turnpike. Now, reason why this is significant here, okay? Let me show you something else. All right. Going to close this out, close that out. Now we're going to go to Serene Global, Singapore. Okay. Got Serene Ang, Global Alliance Property, blah blah blah. Let me just jump through all the bullshit real quick. Basically, I was watching a video last year. There is a YouTube channel, I believe it's called fuck is the name of them? I know the woman name is Lynette Zhang. All right, she's a Caucasian woman. She's an economist, and she was speaking on cryptocurrencies. All right, and how in China is digitizing, China digitizing tangible goods. Came across this last year. China digitizing tangible goods. All right. So now, what does that mean? Basically, same way you've heard about Bitcoin and all these different cryptocurrencies. Well, China in recent years have been digitizing teas. You know, Chinese are known for green tea, black tea, oolong, white, various kinds of teas. Okay. And so they have all these teas in a warehouse and they digitize all of these teas and they use that to back their currency or whatever currency in which they have. All right. And so fast forward now, you have this company here, Serene Global. And what I was informed of through watching Lynette Zhang, listening to Lynette Zhang's video, is that they're down in Texas. Serene Global is down in Texas. This is a multinational corporation here. They're down in Texas and they are digitizing these communities here, these beautiful homes you see here. All right. Look at this. Over 25 years of experience. We're here to help you succeed. These guys are digitizing our American land down in Texas to back a currency of some kind. Now, I've been aware of this for about a year now. Others have been aware of it longer than I have, of course, because they're economists. They're engaged in that profession. They're engaged in that study diligently. All right. So now, history. Back to history. I go. North American Indian, on the contrary, prefers banishment, even death, to slavery, but his lands are serviceable to us. Therefore, his extinction seems to be desired. Our lands are serviceable to them. Serene Global is just one example. The Serene Experience, secure investments, proven results. Check out their LinkedIn page. See what their LinkedIn looks like. See what's going on here. Please pardon, it's taking a minute to load for some reason. All right. Real estate, Richardson, Texas. They're based in Richardson. They have 16 employees on LinkedIn. Let's go to open that up. About us, Serene Global Group, LLC is a management consulting company providing services in the areas of project management, commercial construction, marketing, construction design, land development, and fund development programs for not-for-profit and for-profit organizations. Okay? With many years of combined experience, Serene Global Group uses the expertise of a close-knit team of professionals to help clients achieve their vision and maximize their potential. They customize services to meet each organization's objectives by matching available resources with the organization's needs. We work with each organization to develop and implement programs and services to increase the organization's productivity and bottom line. Okay. As I said, they're digitizing land down in Texas currently. This is what's going on behind the scenes. This is what's going on behind the scenes, y'all. We need more of our people aware of this. Because if the foreigners believe that our lands are serviceable to them, the foreigners believe that our American land is serviceable to them, should we not, as Americans, see our lands as being serviceable to ourselves? Should we not be securing our land? Now, in order for us to secure our land, we got to secure our people. What we see here, these people care nothing about us. They come from wherever they come from. They come from wherever they come from. They do not care about our American people, our interests, none of that. They care about their profit. They profit. His lands are serviceable to us. Therefore, his extinction seems to be desired. Awareness and preparedness, y'all. We have to be aware of what's going on out here. This is active right now. They said this community is 5 minutes from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. How many people are coming into Dallas-Fort Worth every day from wherever? This shit is not cool. This is really not cool, y'all. I mean, last night in Texas, what was going on? Because what happened last night affects what's going on today, next month, next year, etc. The consumer data reports show this to us. Consumer data reports show this to us. Now, let's take a look here. As I mentioned before, the name of this document, the Moriscos of Spain, their conversion and expulsion, okay? Now, the references here of Pope Boniface VIII. So let's go ahead and look up Pope Boniface VIII. Go ahead and look him up. What year is this? What year is Pope Boniface VIII? Okay, so Bonifacius. Okay, this is Wikipedia. It's going to utilize it for what it is. All right, but let's go to Britannica then. We'll go to Britannica, no problem. Check out Britannica. You know, that's an encyclopedia. You know. Okay, so it says right here, Benedetto Caetani or something like that, right? So his birth name, his original name was Benedetto Caetani or Caetani or something like that. But he was known as Pope Boniface VIII, born circa 1235. Okay, died October 11th in Rome, Italy. Pope from 1294 to 1303. The extent of whose authority was vigorously challenged by the emergent powerful monarchs of Western Europe, especially Philip IV of France. Among the lasting achievements of his pontificate were the publication of the third part of the Corpus Juris Canonici, the Liber Sectus, and the institution of the Jubilee of 1300, the first holy year. Okay? So y'all can feel free to look at this guy in further detail. You know what I mean? But this is the past right here, right? What affects the present. Let's take a look at what's going on in the past with this guy when he was, you know, Pope. All right. So mind you, this book is The Moriscos of Spain, the Conversion and Expulsion. All right. Now, it says right here. The church, in fact, had long regarded with disfavor the careless indifference which led Alfonso VI to style himself Emperador de los dos Cultos, which was satisfied to allow subject Moors to enjoy their religion in peace. When in 1212 Alfonso IX, at the head of a crusade, won the great victory of Las Navas de Tolosa and advanced to Ubeda, where 70,000 Moors had taken refuge, they offered to become mudahadas and to pay him a ransom of 1,000,000 doblas. Okay, what is doblas? What is that? Some kind of currency, right? Doblas. Let's look up what a doblas is. Doblas. What is this? Okay, a term used by Castilians for the Muslim dinar. When the maravedì was revalued as equivalent to the Muslim half dinar or the Masmudina by Ferdinand III. Okay, so this is what it looks like here. All right, dobla. This is Muslim currency, in other words. Okay, so the Moors are Muslims. We've already been over that. All right, so he accepted the terms, but the clerical chiefs of the crusade, Rodrigo of Toledo and Arnaud of Narbonne, forced him to withdraw his assent, with the results that after some further negotiation, the Moors were all massacred except such as were reserved as slaves. Now, this right here is represent 1212. This 13th century shit right here. Okay. In a similar spirit, Innocent IV in 1248 ordered Jaime I of Aragon to permit no more, save as slaves, to reside in the Balearic Isles, which he had conquered in 1229. Why is this important to our American people? Why is this important? So let's close out this. I'm gonna show you why it's important. Show you why it's important. One moment. I'm gonna leave these guys up for a minute. Serene Global, whoever in the real estate out there, you might want to look into that. That's real serious. This ties into the social classes, which is foreign. All right. I'm gonna leave up the Hindustan Times. I'm gonna this essay this student did some years ago. I'm gonna kill that page. Go ahead and kill this. And kill that. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and kill that one as well. And yeah, go ahead and pull up King Ferdinand letter to the Taino. Pull this up. Right. Now I'm gonna show you something else. Now, this is where we're going to begin with this letter here. He seated St. Peter of Rome as the best place from which to rule the world, but he allowed him to establish his seats in all parts of the world and rule all people, whether Christians, Moors, Jews, Gentiles, or any other sect. All right. So this is King Ferdinand. Let's take a look at who King Ferdinand is. So I really need y'all to correlate then to now. I need y'all to see. King Ferdinand II of Aragon says 1452 through 1516. All right. So he is also the Pope during the time of the Inter Caetera. Let's go and pull up Inter Caetera. Inter Caetera was a papal bull issued by Pope Alexander VI. All right. So King Ferdinand is also Pope Alexander. I've shared that before. Okay. Now, with this Inter Caetera, as you see, they show South America. All right. This is South America here. All of these different parties here, they have mixed in with our American land, if you will. They are throughout the Americas, in addition to other breeds of foreigners. Okay. They are here. They're active. They're alive and well on our soil. All right. And they brought with them their beliefs, their customs, their strategies of war, and all kinds of other shit. Now I'm going to show you something else here. This paper bull was titled Sublimis Deus. Okay. Sublimis Dei or Sublimis Deus, take your pick. Sublimis Dei on the enslavement and evangelization of Indians. Okay. Now, this is Pope Paul III, 1537 here. Okay. This is not too much longer after 1493 Inter Caetera. Okay. So Inter Caetera came out in 1493. Inter Caetera 1493. This came from Pope Alexander VI. The Pope asserts rights to colonize, convert, and enslave. This is on nlm.nih.gov. He authorized Spain and Portugal to colonize the Americas and its quote-unquote native peoples as subjects. Then we have here Sublimis Dei, where now it became forbidden to enslave Indians. It is right here. That the Indians are truly men, and that they are not only capable of understanding Catholic faith, but according to our information, they desire exceedingly to receive it, desiring to provide ample remedy for these evils we define and declare by these our letters, or by any translation thereof, signed by any notary public and sealed with the seal of any ecclesiastical dignitary, to which the same credit shall be given as to the originals, that notwithstanding whatever may have been or may be said to the contrary, the said Indians and all the people who may later be discovered by Christians are by no means to be proud of their liberty or the possession of their property, even though they may be outside of the faith of Jesus Christ, and that they may and should freely and legitimately enjoy their liberty, possession of their property, nor should they be in any way enslaved. Should the contrary happen, it shall be made null and have no effect. This is in the past, 1537. Not that long ago. Not that long ago. 1493, not that long ago. This being written here in 1824, published rather in 1824, not that long ago. It's very, very important that we understand what has been taking place. It's very important that we understand what's been taking place, both past and present. How did we get here? How did we get here? This is why this text is so important here. Because these were eschatologists who wrote this. Joseph Meade, Thomas Brightman. English eschatologist. What's an eschatologist? I believe I got into that previously. Eschatological definition. Take a look. The part of theology concerned with death, judgment, and the final destiny of the soul and of humankind. Okay? Any system of doctrines concerning last or final matters is death, the judgment, the future state, etc. Now let's add to this Jesuits. So basically, futurist eschatology, a Jesuit conspiracy, not the okay. So we have a correlation between the Jesuits and the eschatologists. Now, why is this important? Let me show you. Show you why this is important. Jesuits, Indios. You have Father Emmanuel something. Look at this. Jesuit mission of Chiquitos. All right. Look at this. Look at this right there. It says it right here. This okay. So this is Wikipedia, y'all. I know people want to say Wikipedia is not real research. I mean, you all can further your research. Distinguished by a unique fusion of European and Amerindian cultural influence, the missions were founded as reductions or reducciones de indios by Jesuits in the 17th and 18th centuries to convert local tribes to Christianity. Now, we just read right here in Sublimis Deus, Sublimis Dei, all right? Even though they be outside the faith of Jesus Christ, and that they may and should freely and legitimately enjoy their liberty and the possession of their property, nor should they be in any way enslaved. Should the contrary happen, it should be null and have no effect. So now I want to define the word null first. Let's look up the word null. Null and have no effect. Null, having no legal binding force, invalid. So it'll be invalid. It has no legal force should they try to enslave our people. They cannot legally enslave our people. Thing is, our people need to be aware of this, right? So this is why this ties back into why genealogy is important. Who are your people? Let me show you something else in law. The child inherits the status of the mother, right there. Here it is in law. Okay, this is English law here. Okay, get out of there. I don't care nothing about that. Okay, from PBS says right here. In English law, you always inherited the status of your father. If your father was free, you were free. In Virginia, in the 1660s, they turned that around to make a special exception and said that these workers will inherit the status of their mother, which means that the mulatto, child of a black servant woman, inherits that unfree status. The shift from indentured servitude to lifelong slavery to hereditary slavery, where not only am I a slave, but my children as well. That's a remarkable shift, says Peter Wood, professor of history, Duke University. Now, I'm going to bring this up in another presentation where I will go in more detail about this. But it's very important that we see how the past affects the present leads into the future. Got past tense, present tense, future tense in vocabulary, literature, English grammar, what have you. All right. But we know with nature the same thing. If you cut a tree, you don't mess up the tree's growth, right? Tree began as a seed that was in the past. That tree grows. Tree is growing presently. Then you cut the tree presently, that affects the future growth of that tree, right? So when we see here, and notice here how they have, which means that the mulatto, child of a black servant woman who inherits that unfree status. Whoa, hold on, because this is what goes on here, right? Let me show you. Let me run it back a little bit. All right, let me run it back. This is the past. This is past literature here. Okay. Indian nations. I'm gonna pull up Indian nations. I'm also gonna pull up Indian description here. Okay. Dark brown. These are the savages and Indians, the old inhabitants of the country. Let's move along. The origins and annals of the black nations and of the American nations were two subjects quite obscure and neglected, or the least known of the history of mankind. Nobody has undertaken as yet the history of the Negro nations, a labor so difficult and luckless as to be despised. My memoirs on this despised race may perhaps furnish the basis of such history. All the histories of America are mere fragments or dreams. I have perceived the possibility and necessity to write a general and faithful history of this hemisphere. I now offer the results of this weary labor. Continuing, there were formerly in America as now tribes of all complexions, as elsewhere, yellowish, olive, coppery, tawny, reddened, brown, incarnate, or white, and even blackened or Negro-like. Tall and dwarfish men from 8 to 4 feet in size, called giants and pygmies, men with various frames, skulls, and features of all the sorts found in the Eastern Hemisphere. The Americans had long before Columbus large cities built of stones, bricks, or wood, with walls, ditches, temples, palaces, some of which were of immense size and population. One of them, Ottolum, near Palenque, was 28 miles long, equal to, continuing, this tradition preserved by Herrera, Garcia, and Charlevoix indicates a colony of Negroes or men painting black from South America. They might be the black Negroes of Caraqua, mentioned by Dangleria, or some other American Negro nation, of which there are many. See my account of ancient black nations of America. Dark brown. Hold on, let me just point out here. Yellowish, olive, coppery, tawny, red, and brown, incarnate, or white. Okay. All complexions. Basically, as we know, all people come in all complexions, okay? No mixture is needed. No mixture is needed. For our people come in all complexions. No mixture is needed. And so here it is, they're talking about mulatto child of a black servant woman. And this is why genealogy is so important, because it says right here, inheriting the mother slave status, okay? Remember, yo, our people was kidnapped, yo. It was kidnapping Indians. Let's take a look at it. Kidnapping American Indians. Let's go and take a look. All right. During a raid, Comanche, Kiowa, and Caddo Indians in Texas kidnapped. Okay, they're saying all of that bullshit. Fuck that. Captured by Indians. Blah, blah, blah. See, they're bullshitting. Okay, so I have to go through my notes, and I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna detail how people was kidnapped. What can I do about this right now? I'm trying to recall. Like I said, I got so many notes I've taken over the years, but basically they kidnapped our American people, and they called them black. Matter of fact, that's what I did. I put it in a previous presentation here. Let's go back real quick. All right. I think I want to do defamation of character part 1, I believe. I think it's a defamation of character part 1. Is it in here? Look at this. Okay, American Indians, American people only intermarried with each other. American Indians, American people, while still referring to them as Negroes. All right, so this is William Young here that it's referring to. William Young wants to remove Aboriginal title from American Indians, American people, attempting to label them free Negroes or Negro colonists. The term Negro meaning slave being the root. Okay? This is the bullshit that our people are and have been experiencing for quite some time. All right. This is the shit going on behind the scenes that affect us in real time. Okay. Pardon me, I'm checking the status of my phone real quick, get notifications. All right, so William Young. William Young is associated with other breeds of foreigners who want our American people to now be Negroes. Trying to call us free Negroes. And this is after 1537 here, where it says clearly, even though outside of the faith of Jesus Christ, and that they may and should freely and legitimately enjoy their liberty and the possession of their property, nor should they be in any way enslaved. Should the contrary happen, it shall be null and have no effect. This is what we need to be focused on, yeah? I've defined null, now let's define liberty. Liberty is a state of being free within society from oppressive restrictions imposed by authority on one's way of life, behavior, or political views. Independence, freedom, autonomy, sovereignty, self-government, self-rule, self-determination. The power or scope to act as one pleases. Now, I'm not saying that the foreigners dictate or determine our liberty or anything. What I'm showing y'all is we've always had that. That's 1537. We had it before 1537. As it shows, it was a part of our liberty. All right? It's part of our liberty we had large cities built of stones. That was our liberty. This is an aspect of our liberty here. Our large cities built of stones, bricks, or wood with walls, ditches, temples, palaces, some of which was 28 miles long. Foreigners didn't dictate nothing in regards to what we built and what we did. Period. It's that simple with me. But the past has affected our present. What Summa Data reports is showing year after year after year what's taking place within that past year. They get all statistics, they get all these variables accumulated, all this data based on sales and general consumeristic activities. And it leads to the point where, as of a 2017 Our Science Her Magic pertaining to African American women, $1.2 trillion disposable income. Being spent at our mothers and daughters' liberty. These are things in which we have to be aware of so we can know what we need to correct. Same thing with our fathers and sons. I started this presentation off with an apology. Yo, I apologize because I've been affected by all of this shit. The defamation of character, I've been affected by that. Let's think about it, right? So you have one of our youth, okay? Let me just go and pull up a picture real quick, all right? I'll pull up a picture real quick while I say what I'm about to say here, all right? We'll take the picture. Here we go. It's a good picture right here, okay? So now you have a mother and father together, and they produce a son or a daughter, or both. All right, they have a son and a daughter and a son. Me, I was told early that males in my through my mother's side, all right, that we give birth, like we get a woman pregnant, 9 times out of 10, it's 90% chances that woman's going to give birth to twins. Yeah, beautiful, but wow, you know what I'm saying? Like, do what it do. So anyway, you have a man and a woman together. They produce offspring, boy and a girl and a boy, however it plays out, right? And what is that daughter and that son being born into? Well, myself, I was born into, as I mentioned earlier, poverty, instability, a lot of addiction was going on. A lot of my relatives were locked up, killed, injured, all kinds of shit was going on. That destabilizes the family structure. So my numerous generations of that though, right? So many of our people experience this. And as we see here, his lands are serviceable to us. That means our property is serviceable to foreigners. Therefore, his extinction seems to be desired. I'm not trying to be redundant, but I really need our people to know what's going on, because this is real time, real world shit that's affecting all of us. I've been affected by it. So many of us have been affected by all of this. So many of us are still affected by this. For me, I don't wake up in the morning with like, I'm about to go eat some fucking cotton candy and, I'm about to play goddamn hopscotch, and I'm not a child no more. I'm a man. And this right here is real shit that not only do I have to be aware of, but I really need my people to be aware of so we can do what we got to do together. And this is very unfortunate here. So many of our people are participating. So many of our people are participating, actively engaged in our collective sabotage. Like, foreigners don't want us here on our own shit. Thing is, with our people, and that's what I was saying there. That's what I was saying. Our daughters and sons, our heirs, okay? Mommy and daddy's working 9 to 5, we're doing whatever they doing, however they doing it, right? Meanwhile, your daughters and sons are being subjected to foreign influence, manipulation, sabotage, confusion, deception, etc. I mean, got so many like programs of social engineering that are present. You had to do Nas say years ago on the track, from the womb to the tomb. Yo, why do our 20? He was in his 20s when he said that. Why should that be on one of our 20-year-olds' minds? From the womb to the tomb, like, yo, our youth, In my opinion, our youth should be more concerned with securing our mothers and daughters, securing others' fathers and sons, and securing what is ours. Okay? Let me run it back real quick. Going back to Sublimis Day real quick, all right? Just to define liberty and the possession of their property. Let's define property real quick. Because we have resources and common law, real property, and movable property is a combination of interest in land and improvements thereto. And personal property is interest in movable property. Real property rights are rights relating to the land. These rights include ownership and usage. Yo, in my opinion, okay? And this is why I encourage collective awareness. Yo, if we know that we are American, if you've done your genealogy and you've seen your people interacting with other nations of people, right? You know that there are so many different nations. I mean, let me just go ahead and I'm gonna pull up an image, right? I'm gonna pull up this image real quick, and I'm gonna pull up a map. All right, where are we at? Where's that picture I'm looking for? Where is that picture? Here it is, right here. Pull up the image of 500 nations. Okay, let's zoom in. These are dark brown, mahogany. Outside of color, man, these are American people here. Okay, these are our American people. This is a depiction of our American people. All right. Now let's show map of American Indian. Let's do nations. They call it. Some people say tribes. I prefer nations, man, because yo, we are a nation of people, man. Like I said, right there in the image, 500 nations, man. All right. This image right here says tribes of the Indian nation. Okay. Let's take a look at it. Okay, so this is on EmersonKent.com. They say Native Americans. Yo, Native American is defamation of character, in my opinion, because I ain't no Native American, man. I'm American Indian. Period. All right. When you open an image, a new tab, because I want to do this big. All right. All right. Look at all these different peoples here. Some of these names is incorrect. These are foreign interpretations of our names based on how they interpreted what we were saying to them, because we were not people that was really writing like that. We wasn't even really reading like that back in the day. What we did, we spoke and we knew what we was doing. Our word was our life. Word life, word is born, things of that nature. This is our shit. Now, as you see here, they put names bigger than others. Therefore, it shows a relationship between the individual nations, quote unquote, tribes, clans, bands of people. All right. Missouri, for example, is a nation of people. The Erie, Potawatomis, Powhatans, the Iroquois, the Seneca, the Pequot. I mean, yo, Caddo. I mean, I mean, this is crazy, man. This is real crazy. The foreigners throughout all of this right here. Everything you see right here, the foreigners all throughout all of this right now, man. And our people was running around not knowing, because since we was pretty much born, I mean, how old is this? What's this? What's this? 2-3-year-old boy right there? I don't know. Was mommy and daddy even informed? Because these are things in which we have to make sure our people is being informed, yo. Our people have to be aware out here. And you know, it's I mean, I don't think you understand, man. Like when you go outside, all right, and you have this kind of awareness in your mind. Let me show you. This kind of awareness that I go outside with every day. Even though they are outside of the faith of Jesus Christ, and that they may and should freely and legitimately enjoy their liberty and possession of their property, nor should they be in any way enslaved. Should the contrary happen, it shall be null and have no effect. I mean, when you have this kind of awareness, when you know that we have treaties with the Vatican, treaties with the Spanish, like our ancestors did that work. Yo, I'm not going to show y'all those treaties, man, because this is social media, this is public, this, that, and the other. It ain't nobody's business other than ours, man. So I ain't going to show potential saboteurs, the agents of confusion, the agents of chaos, the agents of deception, and all. I ain't going to show them what we have. I was fortunate enough to speak with chiefs who done shared this information with me. So I'm not going to disclose all that. What I will disclose is public information. Sublimis Dei is public information. And in full disclosure, this papal bull was rescinded. It was rescinded by another pope, because just because these people are popes and this, that, and the other, what it ties into is the different factions amongst the foreigners who have their own interests. So this pope right here could be like, you know what, that was wrong. For our Italian, our Christian, our Catholic, our Spanish, our Portuguese, our people to come to your land and try to enslave your people. That was wrong. And so I'm going to look at this. But endowed him with capacity to attain to the inaccessible and invincible supreme good, and behold it face to face. And since man, according to the testimony of sacred scriptures, has created to enjoy eternal life and happiness, which none may obtain save through faith in our Lord. I mean, yo, outside of that, their faith in their Lord or what have you, because ain't none of my business what they believe in. Because it says right here, even though they be outside of the faith of their, Jesus Christ is theirs, say ours. Jesus Christ is not American, y'all. I keep it that simple. It's in their own text. King Ferdinand letter. Hold on. Do I got King Ferdinand letter still up? Let me pull it back up again. I'm gonna pull it back up again, y'all. You know me, man. I'm big on comparative analysis. Big on that right there, man. The Pope asserts rights to colonize, convert, and enslave. This letter is of the same year as the Antiquae Terra, right here. Same year. This is 1493. And then at 1537, we have Sublimis Dei, where it says, and this was communication to their people. It was to their people. Their people did not, our people wasn't speaking their languages, man. We wasn't reading, we wasn't writing they shit. They came here. Like I said, y'all, I'm gonna try to maintain, my apologies, I'm gonna try to maintain maturity and all of that. I'm not, I'm not gonna let my energy, my spirit, like Chuck was here, man. But I really need y'all to understand what has happened. The past affects the present, going into our future, man. Hey, Highlights, how you doing? Appreciate your presence. My bad. I'm just coming back to check the status. Appreciate you for being here. But like, yo, this is real serious here. And this is why genealogy is so important, yeah. I can't stress it enough. This is what African Americans ain't Africans does, man. We encourage that kind of truth. We encourage that, man. And mind you, y'all, like, I'm gonna try to take some time to go through some other older texts. Y'all have already heard about America being an accurate description of the New World. I know other people have done presentations on it. I haven't watched those presentations, to be honest with you. I haven't, you know what I mean? But I know other people have done it. Thing is, what I'm saying right now is our people. I read in that one book right there that our people from the mainland of North America that you see right here, okay? I ain't saying all of us did this. I'm saying there was enough of us doing it, all right? We was traveling down. We was swimming. I read in the text because the foreigners were scouting our people. They was documenting our people. They was writing about our people. They was painting and drawing our American people and described blatantly how our people was swimming and boating. Like, we've been doing all of this. We've been doing it. Our American people have always maintained relations with each other. And we was going to the Caribbean. The same way right now, people are preparing to go to the Bahamas, go to various places throughout the Caribbean on vacation. How people been doing that? This ain't nothing new. This is not nothing new. What they said, there's nothing new under the sun. Yo, we have to know what has happened. How much has the sun seen? How much has the moon seen? Our people are used to having relationships with nature. Fast forward, now people got relationships with consumerism. You got horrible relationships with foreign-owned corporations. Horrible relationships. With these foreign corporations, they try to put you in debt. They call you, harassing you. What we should be doing is calling and harassing them. Be like, yo, you're on our land. You try to fuck with my property. You know what I'm saying? And you are out of bounds. Thing is, though, we need to know these things. And this is not a job for one person, because guess what? This is not a job for one of us. This is a job for all of us. And we have to delegate certain duties. I mean, yo, we got some people that love arguing. They love that shit. Well, yo, we got to get those people that love arguing to get ready to go to court so that they can argue on behalf of other people, of our people who don't like arguing. I don't like arguing, yo. I'm not with that shit. I ain't got time to be arguing with people, man. That shit's a waste of my energy. I got other things to do. I'm creative. I like to create shit. I like to do things. Arguing, I can do it. Just not something I prefer to do. But like, I know that I can reach out to certain people who like, hey, yo, hold on. They said, what? Hold on. Let me go talk to them. Let me talk to them. And so with my mind, I'm like, you know what? We got to get our people together that like arguing. Our people that like arguing, don't argue amongst yourselves. Hey, yo, let's focus on this shit right here. Let's focus on this shit right here. That by no means to be deprived of their liberty or the possession of their land. And who are they talking about here? I wish I can like multiple. Let me see if I can multiple highlight. I can't multiple highlight. I want to highlight key sections. Okay, so it says, however, the Indians are truly men, and that they are not only capable, okay, that the Indians are truly men, and they are not only capable of understanding the Catholic faith, but according to our information, key text right there, y'all. According to our information, who's giving them information? Who's giving the Vatican? Because this is the Pope right here. This is the Pope of the Vatican, 1537, Pope Paul III. Okay? They desire exceedingly to receive it. So our people have talked to their people and was like, hey, yo, like, we willing to listen to what you're saying, man. What's up? Yo, talk to us. What's good? So now it has to be, there's an interpretation process going on. All right? Not submission. There's no submission. There is no compromise here. This is just diplomacy right now. This is diplomacy taking place. They desire exceedingly to receive it. Yes, we are open. We have been open to hearing what they want to say. That ties into our people being known to be hospitable. Look at this. Desiring to provide ample remedy for these evils. We define, declare by these our letters or by any translation thereof, signed by any notary public and sealed with the seal of any ecclesiastical dignitary, 2, with the same credit shall be given as to the originals, that notwithstanding whatever may have been or may have been said to the contrary, the said Indians and all other people who may later be discovered by Christians are by no means to be deprived of their liberty or the possession of their property, even though they be outside the faith of Jesus Christ, and that they may and should freely and legitimate, damn it, my apologies, and that they may and should freely and legitimately enjoy their liberty and the possession of their property, nor should they be in any way enslaved. Should the contrary happen, it shall be null and have no effect. Yo, all I'm saying is this. This little boy right here, his father, his mother, the mother, father, child, we need to know these things. We need to know these things, man. I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna do it like this, all right? I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna do it like this real quick. This is what our mothers, fathers, daughters, and sons need to know. Right there. Not to be deprived. Yo, you gotta do your genealogy. Are you of our American people? Because this wasn't written for nobody else. 1537. This ain't got nothing to do with Hindustan, Bharat. I've already shown y'all that India is really Hindustan and Bharat. American Indian is what our people are known to be, period, by the foreigners. That is of our, American is our American language. Think it's a game, right? Think it's a game. Let me show you. Shout out to Charlene Brown for presenting this information. Already done a video on it. Let's run it. Let's run it. I call this Amerigo fraud. We find the Florentines' name variously written Amerigo, Marigo, Almerico, Alberico, Alberigo, and Vespucci, 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 Vesputio, Vespucius, Vespucci, Espucci, or in Latin, Vespucius. Continuing. I highlighted that section right there. Associations by establishing the origin of the name and the native designation, Americ, Amérique, of a range of mountains in Central America. And Mr. T.H. Lambert in the Bulletin of the American Geographical Society, number 1 of 1883, asked us to find the origin in the name given by the Peruvians to their country, neither of which theories has received or is likely to receive any considerable acceptance. Now, why? Now, understand it says neither of which theories has received or is likely to receive any considerable acceptance. But we do know that the Peruvians gave that name to their country. It says it right there. Let's continue. Zoom in a little bit. Hey, I highlighted those sections right there, different colors. Marcou's arguments in part depends upon the fact, as he claims, that Vespucci's name was properly Albericus or Alberico, not Amerigo or Americo. No, it's really Albericus and Alberico. And he disputes the genuineness of autographs which make it Amerigo. But nothing was more common in those days than variety, for one cause or another, in the fashioning of names. Now, I went in detail on this in that video on the other Tomahawk Tony channel. All right. Went in detail. Y'all can watch these same notes from that video. We found the Florentines' name variously written. Here you go, right there again. The Germans have written more or less to connect themselves with the name as with the meaning. So basically, we have Germans and we have this is Amerigo. What does this do? Like you know, they said his name is they got one for Latin, they got one for English, they got one for various different European countries. All right. As we see here, foreigners are trying to associate themselves with America in some shape, form, or fashion. Meanwhile, they want to exclude our American people from being American. This all ties into a conspiracy here, right? Complete isolation of the Indians who live in this part of the continent. Continent. The continent. America is a continent, y'all. North, South, Central, the islands, and all of that. This is all part of one landmass, and our ancestors been doing all of this. And all I'm saying here is our mothers and fathers, daughters and sons, we need to be aware. In my opinion, this is one part of the work. Awareness is one part of the work. Preparedness is another part of the work. All right? That ties into the actual work of doing these things, making sure that our people are aware, making sure our people are prepared, making sure our people are doing what they're supposed to be doing, because we each have something to do here. Not for the foreigners, as we see the consumer data reports tell us. We're not supposed to be doing this for the foreigners, y'all. We're supposed to be doing it for us. This is us right here, y'all. This is us. This is what we've been doing. Pardon me, I get excited. Like I said, y'all, I apologize for previous presentations where, you know, I just got excited, yo. I was like the other night, yo, I was like spazzing out saying, yo, how to make s'mores, how to make s'mores. This still is a part of how to make s'mores, because the s'mores ain't doing this right here. The s'mores ain't doing this, man. I'm still making s'mores, period. S'mores ain't doing this. S'mores not us, man. We American. They're calling themselves Moorish Americans. That's how you make a s'more with their own words, man. What they say, fight fire with fire? Yo, I use your own fire. Burn you with your own fire. Burn you with your own fire. Let me just get a status report real quick. Make sure I'm not ignoring nobody. I'm not trying to ignore nobody. I'm just presenting right now. Highlights. Tomahawk Tony. You know of any info on a Blackfoot Indian presence in the Southeast? Is the Blackfoot, hold on, is it the Blackfoot tribe out west now? Is a federal res version? Hey, yo, honestly, man, like, I mean, yo, you know, my peoples in recent years, recent generations have been Virginia Indians. You know what I'm saying? We're not classified. You know what I'm saying? Apparently we have relatives that are classified, but anyway, I classify myself, man, and I work with people that classify themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, we do our own paperwork. You know what I'm saying? Now, anyway, in regards, specifically in regards to your question, I was saying that to say this, man. I know people who call themselves Blackfoot back in the day. Like, I directly knew these people. These are my, these are my peoples, man, my homeboy. All right. You know, this guy in particular, you know, he had a black iron tomahawk, which has been passed down for numerous generations, and we used to smoke weed through that tomahawk. He said he was Blackfoot. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really, honestly, yo, like I'm saying, like, I don't really pay attention to these other, you know, these people, but I'll tell you, man, you want to understand, you want to know the difference, you want to be aware of the difference between the federally recognized, all right, and federal recognition is dimensional, right? It's dimensional. You got people that want to be up under the authority of the federal United States federal corporation or government, if you, however you want to term it, all right? Now, what I will encourage you to do is study trust law, all right? Because there is a trustee beneficiary relationship that our American people have with the foreigners, all right? They are trustees. Some of them are. Not all of them are trustees, all right? Some of them are trustees. And as a result of that, our people need to know, based on their genealogy, all right, what that relationship entails. Okay, because some of our people didn't agree to that kind of trustee beneficiary situation. Some of our people's like, nah, fuck that. We're gonna manage our own shit. We don't need y'all. We don't need y'all for nothing. We don't want y'all involvement in our affairs, period. Other people, you know, depends on what happened. Certain things, I mean, yo, like I said, man, they brought crazy strategies of war to us in which we've never seen before. I'll give you an example of that, right? Warfare that we never seen before. Yo, dumping drugs and guns, communication, preparing prepare that nation who just gave these drugs and guns to, so that they could kill themselves, and we could benefit from them killing themselves. Because in my opinion, that's the trustee beneficiary relationship that we've received. Whereas they drop drugs and guns on our people, knowing exactly what their strategy entails. It's that simple with me. Our people have been traveling, our people have been moving throughout the Americas forever. I mean, let me see if I can find that map again. Here you go, right here. Let me pull up the map. All right, things move a little slow right now. I got mad tabs open. As you see, there's like 20 tabs right there. My apologies. Got tabs open. I got software running. So the memory is a little crazy on my computer right now. All right, here we go. As you see here, pretty much all these people here that you see named, all right, all these people knew each other. Looking for Blackfoot on this, Blackfoot, Blackfeet, looking for Blackfoot, Blackfeet on this map. Now, I'll tell you, Blackfeet is a foreign name by default, okay? In the Choctaw language, okay, so you see Blackfoot right there at the top, all right? Blackfoot is up here. This is around Canada, quote unquote Canada, okay? So now, if they're saying, in regards to your question, if you're saying that you have Blackfoot tribe out west now, but it's showing here in this map that the Blackfoot, this is on the west, and this is in northwestern Canada, all right, or pardon me, it's in Canada. It's on the west, it's in the north of America, going towards the northern America, but I knew over here in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, numerous Blackfeet. Now, what I'll tell you is the Iroquois. There's other maps that show the Iroquois being extensive throughout the northeast, going into the northwest. All right. So, like, we have to, in my opinion, we have to pay attention to what was present in the past, as well as what's present today. Because our people still traveling, moving. Sometimes we stay in a location, sometimes we leave a location, go to another location, but we still who we are. And when we communicate with each other, you know what I'm saying? We are bringing with us, we are communicating what we know. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you got one, let's say you have one individual Blackfoot Indian, all right? And let's say they're down in the southeast. Well, they went down to the southeast. Thing is, though, how big was those people that call themselves, identify themselves being Blackfoot, Blackfeet, or what have you? How big were they? Because, you know, like, I've had people in my genealogy, I had people that was down in Texas, down in Alabama, down in Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? I had people all over the place, man. Fast forward to where my people are today, yo, honestly, yo, we international right now. I'm not even in contact with a lot of my relatives. You know what I'm saying? Are we still not of the same blood? Are we still not American? Are we still not of what we are of? You know what I mean? So yeah, just answer your question. Yeah, our people are diverse, man. Our people, we go wherever. We've been going wherever. We've been doing what we want to do. Now, in regards to that federal res version, I haven't spent a whole lot of time looking at them. I think I already said that, but I've been spending a lot of time looking at the federally res, man, because, like, you know, I say, yo, I told the Chiefs, man, and, you know, Chiefs, I know, and in our conversations, they don't concern themselves with all of that for real. You know what I mean? It's really, like, ridiculous, being that, you know, we know that these are foreigners engaged in identity theft. You know, continuing with, you know, this presentation, or if you, or what have you, yeah, like, I will be doing a presentation on identity theft. You know what I'm saying? I don't really want to get into it right now because I would like to have the content prepared. But I have clear information on identity theft. We can see it. I mean, I'm gonna show y'all some really basic, really simple things, real simple variables. in which we all can know exactly what's going on. Thing is, we need to be aware. That's what I encourage is awareness. And first and foremost, I encourage people to be aware of their genealogy. Know where you come from. You know what I'm saying? Because we are all relative. You are American. If you are indigenous to America, all right? We are all relative to each other. And, we have to be aware of what the foreigners are trying to do here. All right. So now what I'm going to do in regards to that part right there, I'm going to show this again. You know what I'm saying? Because we have to really be mindful of this. This is very important in my opinion. I wish I got this in grade school. I really wish I did. I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to run through this series of pages right there. Okay. Here it is right there. Indian allies were entitled to a premium for every scalp of an enemy. The foreigners are viewing our peoples as enemies and as allies. Allies and enemies. Allies and enemies. Allies and enemies. Okay, let's go ahead and define what an ally is, and let's define what an enemy is. All right. Let me close out some of these tabs to reserve some memory real quick on the computer. All right, we'll close this one out. We've already been through Encantera 1493. Feel free to take a look at it. All right, or you define property, liberty. All right, you all can further it yourself. Define null. Pope Paul III, based on 1537 papal bull sublimis deus. All right. You know what I'm saying? Showing maps. You know what I'm saying? We're going through maps and all of that. We already talked about eschatologists. I'm gonna go in more detail on eschatologists at another time. I gotta get my notes together for that. I do have notes already. I just wanna be able to prepare and provide clear information so that you all can see how the eschatologists and the Jesuits go together. I want to make sure that I am not presenting or contributing to any kind of confusion out here. All right. We talked about within this presentation how the child inherits the status of the mother. That's some shit. All right. Keeping it moving. So what I will do, I will keep this map up for now. I will keep up Sublimis Deus. I ain't gonna keep up this one right here. But matter of fact, I'm gonna keep that right there for a minute because that ties in well. I'm gonna kill Encantera. I'm gonna keep up that one. Serene Global. I like these guys. I like these guys, yo. I like these guys right here. I like what they're doing. And I'm gonna tell you why I like what they're doing. And I really don't mean to disclose this information right now or my perspective like that. I really don't mean to do it, but do it for my people. And it is what it is. Somebody out there amongst our people, they understand what I'm saying here. The reason why I like what they're doing. Right. Serene Global. Our executive experience means you can count on us, right? I like what these guys are doing here. As I mentioned earlier, Serene Global, what they're doing, what they're engaged in is digitizing the quote unquote properties. This is a multinational corporation, as you see. These are multinational people. These people are they're foreigners, right? Now, these people here, they are building communities. Look at this right there, communities, right? Let's open that up in another tab. Communities, they're building communities. All right, they're building them. This is what they're actively invested in. I'm gonna tell you why. I'll tell you that in a moment. Yeah, my memory's going crazy on my computer. God damn. That's why I don't really like using this browser here. But with this browser, I can I can do the lives, I can do the screen share, I can do all of that with ease, have security protocols in place. All right. God damn, it's taking forever to load right now. This is crazy. I ain't got that kind of time, yo. God damn. Wow, this shit moving dumb slow. Fuck. Shit. How y'all doing though? How y'all doing? Is this presentation good for y'all? Is it cool? I appreciate y'all presence. Our community sales. Look, Irving, Texas, starting from 240,000. These are townhomes right there. These are townhomes. New townhomes starting from 240,000. Contemporary design. I already read that earlier. Saxe, Texas, starting from 230. These are more townhomes. Semi-custom homes starting from 320. New townhomes starting from 270. Richardson, luxury home starting from 1.5 million. You know, these motherfuckers is using very cheap material. This ain't even fucking brick. I can show y'all some shit. You want to see some shit? Just notice here how they be saying, look at that, Jason Golf Course and all of that. Yo, modern and Spanish design here in the, what the fuck? Hold on. I don't know that they was building these in Mexico. Oh, no, not Mexico. My bad. My apologies. I didn't know they was building these in Spain. I didn't know they was building these. They talking about modern and Spanish design. Hey, yo, they came here and they labeled our building. Yo, let me just run it back real quick. Goddamn. Oh my fucking goodness. Here we go. Let me run it back, y'all. Let's run it back. Because I hate it. I don't like it when I see that shit. The Americans had long before Columbus large cities built of stones, bricks, or wood with walls, ditches, temples, palaces. I'm another presentation. I'm gonna go in strictly on that subject matter. I'm gonna go in strictly on that subject matter. But reason why I like these guys here, let me tell you something. These are foreigners that came to America with a plan. They came to our land with the plan. Ooh, where are these guys from? They only showing 6 of them. But on the LinkedIn, it showed like what? They got like 16 employees or something like that. 16 employees at Serene Global. Look, go to their website, sereneglobal.com, go to the LinkedIn, go to the Facebook, call them, ask them, inquire, find out what's going on with these people. Now, I will also inform you to take a look at Serene Singapore, Serene Global Singapore. Okay? This is called due diligence. Never updated your website since 2017. It says it right there at the bottom. Serene Global. Yeah. They structured the business entity in Texas. All right. Singapore. Already ran a search on it earlier. But this is why I like these guys. And I like the corporation itself because they are doing the damn thing. Wow. Oh, shit. Look at this. Dallas News. Chinese investor makes $655 million bet on DFW's home market. Headquartered in Singapore. Our global, look at right there. Headquartered in Singapore. Our global something. Global Alliance Property PTE. Hey, yo. Back to this real quick. Back to this. We're also known as foreigners. Americans by our. Peru is ours. Peru is American. Therefore, American is American. In the Chata language, American means Maliki. Maliki, if you will. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, haven't really had a chance to really get into the, languages like that, like I would like to. I'm doing a whole lot of other things. But it says it right here. here. By no means, okay? I just highlighted it. There you go. Little delay effect right there. Right? Or the possession of their property. What are we reading? Given a certain quality of awareness. Like I showed the caste system earlier, where it showed the differences. It showed the differences in the American class system, the United States class system, where it's broken down by education, demographics, investments, heirs. In one section at the very top, it references heirs. Yo, our people are not to be at the bottom of this, not at all. Yo, our people, we don't have to go to Ivy League schools. We don't got to go here. We don't got to go there. We just got to be ourselves when we are informing each other. That's what I believe in. I believe in my people, man. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in none of those foreign things, man. I believe in my people. My people are real. That's what I believe in. I believe in my people, man. I'm going to say people is a higher power. My people is a higher power. People to know that they are of a higher power. I need my people to know that. Want something to pray to? Pray to your mother. Pray to your father. Pray to your great grandfather. You know, that's what I'm looking forward. I'm really looking forward because I got some good people, what they call a priestess and a priest of our American spiritual systems. You know what I mean? I know some great people that are priestesses and priests, man, that are strictly American. Purely American. Our before us, who was doing this before we began doing this, they was doing it. They was doing it. They was holding it down. They was holding down a fort to whereas now you could be in position to hold down a fort, right? Are we holding down a fort? Are we holding down a fort? Collectively, man. Our relationships are much different. Much different. My communication isn't being up right now. Hope it's not what's happening. While I check the status of the chat and all of that. But like, seriously, man, like, yo, we need to know what we're doing out here. We really need to know what we're doing out here. We really need to know what we're doing out here, man. Are we doing what we're supposed to be doing, or are we not? And this is why genealogy is important, because I mean, our people wasn't taking census records. We wasn't going to our neighbor's house like, hey, neighbor. We wasn't going door to door like, hey, neighbor, how you doing? I know you got your grandmother and your grandfather and your grandchildren and you got all your peoples in here, but let me take note of how many people you have. Let me write down, and we're going door to door writing down how many people we have within our community and what they're doing the languages they speak, their goals and aspirations, and da 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 da. We have not taken those kind of notes. Because those are the notes that's pretty much taken in census. You know, I said a little bit more than what's indicated in the census records. The additional notes are taken through the different institutions in which the foreigners have set up. But this is how serious it is for me. This is how serious it is for me. Hold on, I just pulled that up real quick. We got the communities. Yeah, here it is right here. DallasNews.com. DallasNews.com /business/real estate /2017 /02 /24 /Chinese investor makes $65 $655 billion bet as home market. Yo, no, I don't want no $100 off of Galaxy Tab 3. I don't want that. No, thank you. Let's keep it moving. Look at this. Hey, yo, shout out to our people down in Dallas, man. So 600 real estate editor, okay? Dallas-Fort Worth is the hottest market in the country for new homes. Yeah. So this is a real estate editor who prepared this article right here, right? He said in the first sentence, is the hottest market in the country for new homes. All right. Y'all know how I do, right? Hey, yo, come on, man. I don't want to hear none of that other shit y'all playing, yo. I don't give a fuck about y'all ads. Look at that. That's an African right there, y'all. I'm going to leave that alone. I ain't focus on them Africans, man. Like, I'm just saying. Conspiracy against the Indians, against American Indians, against our American people. Okay? Jump into this shit. Jump into it real quick. Loading. Look at that. I'll give my computer a fucking workout, right? Pardon me, y'all. Yo, my energy, man. You know, my spirit, do what it do. Here we go. The North American Indian, on the contrary, prefer death to slavery, but his lands are serviceable to us. Our lands are serviceable to them. Therefore, his extinction seems to be desired. Okay? Let's keep it moving. Let's run it back. Let's go. Let's run it back to over here somewhere. The hottest market in the country for new homes. The hottest market. They look at, like I said there, our lands are serviceable to them. Our lands have created a market. And Dallas-Fort Worth, this is in 2017, is the hottest market in the country for new homes. New homes. Last year, home builders in North Texas started almost 30,000 houses. More than any other U.S. This article was published in 2017, February 2017. They just referenced 2016, 30,000. It started almost 30,000 houses. And that's more than any other U.S. market, according to this editor of this article. Maybe that's why a big Chinese investor is pumping $655 million into the DFW housing market in a deal with a local builder. Let's scroll down. Let's continue this article here. Continue this article. Please be part of a lot of things around. Puyin blockchain group of Shenzhen AI. Look up blockchain group. Look this up right there. Puyin
Pew Yen. Look at this right here. Look this up. Yeah, yo, I said this privately last year. I got no feedback from those in which I shared it privately with. Our people's dealing with a lot of shit, man. Let's continue. Puyin blockchain group of Shenzhen, China is teaming up with Serene Country Homes to fund construction of 2,300 houses in the Sendera Ranch community in northern Tarrant County. Quote, I believe it speaks to the strength and stability of our housing market, said Paige Ship, a local housing analyst with Metro Study Incorporated. Quote, PBG could have chosen any city in the US and they chose DFW. So PBG is Puyin Blockchain Group of Shenzhen, China. Okay, let's continue. Although they will most likely invest in other real estate sectors, they first in housing. Finally, they realize that there is a need for additional affordable housing in DFW, and they believe that Serene Country Homes will deliver affordably priced homes in the high demand submarket of North Fort Worth. Well, goddamn, y'all. Here it is right there. Like I said earlier, Puyin Blockchain Group raises money for its investments through an online platform using digital currency. I told y'all earlier, man, in China, they are digitizing tangible goods. That's based on a report from Lynette Zhang, who's an economist. I forgot the name of her platform that's on YouTube, but if you look up Lynette Zhang, Zhang spelled Zhang. She's an economist. She said this, I want to say it was approximately June of 2017 when she did this report. It was through watching her economist YouTube videos that I became aware of, yes, Chinese multinational corporations operating here in the United States are digitizing real estate, land, property, American land, property to back a cryptocurrency. Okay? And it says it right there. This is how I correlate things. Now, I'm not a professional in the real estate. I'm not a professional in property. I'm not a professional in these sectors here in which I am speaking of. I'm not a professional in encouraging awareness, but I am simply encouraging awareness. I have relatives that I'm not in contact with that are engaged in real estate. That's irrelevant. As far as I'm concerned, I'm relative to my American people, period. My people that have been disenfranchised, that are experiencing economic sabotage, economic oppression, and things of that nature. But continue now. Serene Country Homes is a dynamic and fast-growing home builder in the DFW area. Puyin Blockchain Group said in the statement, our mission is to be the leading developer of affordable homes, affordable housing in America, becoming larger than D.R. Horton, Lennar, and Syntex. Are you fucking kidding me? We need our people engaged in research on all of these entities, all of them. Awareness, preparedness. How is it that we have a Chinese investor makes a $655 million bet on a Dallas, Fort Worth home market? Where are our American people at when it comes to bidding and investing? Where are our people, man? Calvin season is over. Where are our bids, our people's bids at, man? Because, like, yo, as far as I'm concerned, they should be blocked. Hey, yo, can we go to China and make bids in China? On home markets in China? Are we engaged in that, man? Because I don't know, man. That's not my sector. That's not my professional sector of activity, man. Hey, yo, from my experience, I saw too many of our youth selling crack, selling heroin, just want to be actors, all kinds of fucking consumeristic behaviors. Please pardon, yo. My memory of my computer's going crazy, so the screen is flashing. I did not just click on all of that. Made the screen flash right there from different subject matter. I just did not do that. But tell you, it just showed some real shit, y'all. My computer just showed y'all. Just blinked for y'all. So all I got right now is like serious shit on the table right now. Our American youth, too many generations, have been good. I want to give a fucking shout out to all the consumers out there. Much appreciation to y'all. Because for a nigga like me, you know what nigger mean, right? You know what nigger mean? I'm a nigga. Nigger, whatever. Same nigger, Indian, same difference. Same thing. It means American Indian. Period. Right? It comes to America, that's what it means, right? Anyway, shouts to all my consumers out there that consume more of the foreigners' productions and manufacturings, more of the schemes and plots, and they contribute to what confuses my people, our people, technically it's all our people, right? The deception, they contribute to the deception of our people. I mean, shit. We had so many people talking about Bill Cosby this past week, man. Why the fuck we talking about Bill Cosby? Hey, yo, who you know in your family, man? Who you know amongst your relatives, man? Like, what's good grandfather in your family? How's he doing, man? How's that 80-year-old grandfather you have doing, man? Is he married to your 80, 90-year-old grandmother? 70-year-old grandmother? How they doing, man? Should our mom be on Bill Cosby or our 80, 70, 90-year-old grands, great grands? These people are grands to us, man. I mean, like, this is the awareness that we chain group. Come on, man. Our mission is to be the leading developer of affordable housing in America. Are you fucking hold up, man? Where's our American people at in being a leading developer of affordable housing in America? Come on, yeah. They dumping for yo. I just said earlier, maybe like an hour, 2 hours ago. I've been doing this live for a minute now. I just showed y'all. They are 5 minutes away. It says it on their website. It says it right here on their website. Let me run it back. Yo, my computer running slow right now. Do what it do. It said that their little housing community of at least what? It's approximately $250,000 per home, town home or home itself, like full home, whatever you want to call it. It said that it is 5 minutes from the Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. Where to say that? Communities. Let me click on communities, man. These people are building communities. They are securing investments. It says it on their website. This right here is the kind of shit that I'm about, man. In addition to so many other things, man. I'm just pacing myself. I'm just trying to share my awareness with y'all, man. And this is the kind of shit that, like I say, my apologies for being, immature, if you will, in my presentations, man. Like, I mean, I get excited, the spirit floods me, if you will, man. Like, I don't know how happy my ancestors would be about this kind of shit right here, man. I mean, look, it says Irving, Texas, new townhome starting from 240,000, contemporary design, energy saving building material design, 5 minutes from DFW Airport. DFW Airport is Dallas Fort Worth Airport. That's an international airport. It's 5 minutes away from an international airport. And then we see this article here. Our mission is to be developer of affordable housing in America. Where are our American people at in this, man? I don't know. I do not know where our American people are. Are we on a lower end or are we at the higher end? 655 million. They won the bid. They won the bid. They betted. They put up $655 million so that they can be larger than D.R. Horton. I don't even know who they are. Lennar, I don't know who they are. Syntex, I don't know who they are. I spend a lot of time focused on what I'm doing in my life. This is not my sector of activity. So it's some shit right here to me. Fast forward now. Let's look. Headquartered in Singapore, our global company is committed to the responsible construction of quality housing for the masses, the investors said. Unlike other builders, our capital is sourced exclusively from qualified investors and not from banks. That means right there, private goddamn money. Private equity. Our global company is responsible, committed and responsible to construction of quality housing for the masses. Now, I can get into a little more detail about this company, but they use very cheap construction, right? You remember hearing about the Three Little Pigs and the Big Bad Wolf, where it's like, I'll huff, I'll puff, I'll blow your house down? Let me tell you something. Those hurricanes last year, 2017, in which numerous places in Texas was affected by water, wind, etc., damaged so many of our people's homes. Now, I know some of our people have been influenced into thinking that they're African. I showed y'all the eschatologists. I showed y'all foreign strategies of war. Moving forward, I will try to be a little more detailed and explicit in those presentations. I will dedicate presentations to the details of those strategies of war and how we're affected, past to present. This right here, this video, pretty much call all of my videos from the Old Time Hawk Tony channel to this new one right here that I'm on right now. Call these primers. These are primers, okay? I don't, as I said previously, I don't mind the low views. I don't care about the low views. Thing is, when I decide to have daughters and sons, my daughters and sons would know what I've encouraged for our people. Because we got to be aware. I encourage awareness first and foremost. Awareness and preparedness, knowledge is power. If you lack knowledge, guess what? You make yourself powerless. I'll show y'all sources throughout all of this, man. News.com, 2017 article. That's why I don't fuck with Bitcoin. This is why I don't fuck with Bitcoin, man. Fuck I look like, yo. That shit's foreign owned, man. My people don't own Bitcoin, man. Yeah, yo, my computer's bugging right now, man. God damn, that shit. I'm about to make my presentations a little more concise. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, my computer's a little old, man, but really old. Right here, about to be 10 years old, man. Word, yo, highlights. My apologies for seeing your comment right now, seeing you in the chat right now. Thanks for the answer, man. I've noticed looking over the census that our folks move around a lot from state to state. Hopefully, I can find out where the Eastern Band of BF originated. I'll tell you, man. When you really get into it, you're gonna see like the primary nations, man. It's primary nations, and the foreigners, man. Like the foreigners viewed our people as like one and the same for real. Same way they do via media. They were like a black man robbed a gas station, and so via media, our people view that black man as being like, oh, there's a black man. What black man? Foreigners view it like all black men robbed the gas station. I mean, like that kind of shit. Like we really, really, really gotta like get up on our shit, man. We really gotta stop playing with these people, man. Because they ain't playing with us, man. They are not playing with us. Meanwhile, we're playing with each other, man. Yo, come on, man. I mean, what the fuck kind of shit is that, yo? Our youth. I mean, how many years later is this, man? Is our youth robbing and killing each other over some fucking Jordans or a jacket, a necklace? That little ass shit, that shit is so little. Jordans cost $20 to manufacture, right? Yo, our youth, our heirs' lives are literally worth $20 fucking dollars. Yo, I'm just sharing with y'all like the shit that I process, man. And we all process it. We all process it in some shape, form, or fashion, yo. We all process this shit. Unless you just a delusional motherfucker that got your head up under a rock somewhere. Like, you know what I mean? You're just a good goddamn consumer. And only thing you can do is be a fucking good goddamn consumer of anything and everything foreign because you're trying to escape. I mean, yo, I get it, man. I get it, yo. You want to escape, man. You know, I don't know your background. I don't know your experience. You know, this is not directed to no one individual member of our people, man. But like, yo, this shit is real serious, though. Like, I get it. Our people want to escape, man. So much pain from like childhood to present. That's the past, the present. And meanwhile, we're moving into the future. But in what ways are we moving into the future? How are we moving into the future when we have these multinational foreign corporations invested in their own future? Meanwhile, it's at our expense, as these 1824 texts indicate. They describe what the fuck they want. They say what they want and what they will do and what they are actively doing. Meanwhile, do we know? Do we even know what we're doing? And I mean collectively, because amongst the foreigners, collectively trust and believe. They know exactly what the fuck they doing. They know exactly what they doing. Hey, I've been live for about what 2 hours now, something like that. I already scheduled my lives, man. You know, I scheduled the radio shows and all of that. Pardon me, my nose is feeling how it's feeling right now. Been up for you know, about 8 hours now already, man. A little longer than 8 hours. Got a long day ahead of me, man. I got so much work to do. And I look forward to working with my people, yeah. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all time. But like I said, yo, my apologies for my previous presentations. You know, I was on a young man platform the other day, and you know, I was just like extra fucking like raw, if you will, man. And I really didn't mean to be, you know, let's say disorderly or unorganized as I was. I mean, that's just how I feel right now. I feel like I was like, could have did a lot better, man. Should have did a lot better. You know what I'm saying? But you know, what's done is done, right? Thing is, what we gonna do? Like, mama, what am I gonna do? Keep doing what I do, man. So I imagine that what I presented here in this presentation was received well. You know what I mean? My intent is pure, my intent is genuine. It's all for my American people, man. Yo, we got work to do. Hope you take some time to look at, you know, King Ferdinand letter to Taino Arawak Indians. You know, that's our American people right there, man. You know, take a look at Sublimis Deus, which came after King Ferdinand letter to the Taino Arawak Indians. It came after the Inskatera, 1537. It said it blatantly. Yo, our people are not to be enslaved. Yo, we will not be deprived of our liberty and property, man. All right? That shit is law. Yo, we got so much work to do in law, man. And like, you know, we got these foreign sniggers that want to be us, man. They got their own work to do in their own lands, man. All these foreigners, they got work to be doing in their own land. We are American. We are in right here in our land with our own work to do, man. And we can't be fucked with by these. Yo, man, we got to build relationships. We got to secure relationships with our people, man. Seriously, man. We got to secure relationships with our people. Locally, regionally, nationally. This is all America here, man. We got work to do right here throughout the Americas. I'm tired of the fucking confusion. I'm tired of the fucking noise. I don't give a fuck about Bill Cosby's situation. You know what I mean? Because, yo, you got motherfuckers that be doing what they be doing, man. Talking the shit they be talking. They could have did a hell of a lot better in so many moments of opportunity, man. In their past, leading up into the present, they had so much opportunity. So much opportunity to fucking tell our people the fucking truth, man. All these niggas you see on TV, all these contract whores you see on TV. Hey, yo, why they not blatantly stating the fucking truth? This American truth, man. And shouts to A4 Truth, shouts to African American advocates, shouts to Buck Wildum, Indigenous One, shouts to all our A4 members, man. That been consistent, yo. Shouts to everybody that's been consistent, man. Shouts to everybody that don't compromise. Shouts to everybody that put dignity before a fucking dollar. Let me tell you something, man. There's wealth in our health. There's wealth in our security. Yo, man, it's only getting more stronger. Moving forward, so, yo, momentum is building. Period, man. Our spirit is alive and well. I told y'all it's on congressional record. The Indians will not surrender. The Indians will not surrender. What does that mean? The Americans. American is ours. Period. Everybody else want to be American? Yeah, y'all want to be American. Meanwhile, we are American, motherfucker. There's a difference between the two. Want to be versus what we be. We be American, motherfucker. What's up? Hey, yo, Cowboy season is over, man. Much appreciation to all of y'all. You know what I mean? Yo, like I said, yo, my apologies. It's on my mind to maintain maturity. You know what I'm saying? To be calm, be cool, collective, and things of that nature. It's my intent to be that way. But, you know, the spirit get the best of me sometime, man. And I feel a lot, yo. I feel a lot, yo. Like, you know, I think about a lot of shit, yo. Think about a lot of shit. I feel a lot of shit. And do what it do. Show, man. Tomahawk Tony, I'm out. You know what I mean? I think I'm gonna rock my intro as my outro right now. You know what I mean? I appreciate y'all.
You already know, man. Cowboy season is over. Y'all be good out there, man. Y'all know what y'all supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Keep it rocking, man. Hey, yo, work together, man. Work together, man. It's not about you only, man. Yo, you have an impact. You are important. You are powerful. You are special. All right? I need y'all. I need my people, man. That's simple, yo. I need my people, man. It's not a game, yeah. So, my intro, my outro, whatever you want to call it. Yo, listen to what's being said here, man. Like I said, man, I hand selected all of this, man. My actions speak louder than my words, man. Yo, we got Martin Luther King on here. Yo, we got Malcolm X on here. Yo, we got Donald Trump on here. Ha ha. You know what I mean? That kind of shit. I mean, we got some good shit up on here, man. Yo, like I said, yo, Cowboy season over. Let's rock it, man. Much appreciation, y'all. Closing out after this. Damn, my computer running slow. Ha. Damn, my shit running slow. Fuck. That shit be bugging.
A4 Media, all rights reserved. How we gonna do it? No way! How we gonna do it? No way! How we gonna do it? No way!
Hello? What's up, girls? Ain't nothing. This nigga in here stressing, talking that old off the wall, back to Africa shit again. What? That guy body shit? Yeah, that dumb shit. I'm trying to get up out of here. I hear that.
But you're not black. Remember, we only kill black people. Yeah, we only kill black people, right?
They don't look like Indians to me, and they don't look like Indians to Indians. They don't look like Indians.
We gonna get this work. We gonna get this work. We gonna get this work. Got no strings. I've got no strings, so I have fun. I'm not tied up to anyone. They got strings, but you can see there are no strings on me. We gonna get this work. We gonna get this work. We gonna get this work. We're part of an international organization, Mr. Welch. Some of the greatest thinkers in the world believe social scientists must be allowed to study human behavior unfettered by conventional concepts. And believe me, we've learned an incredible amount about the human mind and behavior since we started these experiments. I'll ask you a question, and that is, what is in your life's
Blueprint.
This is the most important
Very important.
and crucial period of your lives, for what you do now and what you decide now at this age may well determine which way your life shall go.
Which way your life shall go. What you do now will determine which way your life shall go.
I wanna know what's going on, baby. Yes, I wanna know what's going on right now, baby. Whoa, what's going on right now? Tell me, yeah, what's going on? All right.
become senile in his old age and perhaps doesn't realize it. And then he has surrounded himself by his children who are now in power and want nothing but luxury and security and comfort and will do anything to safeguard their own interests. So I feel responsible for having played a major role in developing a criminal organization. It was not a criminal organization at the outstart. It was an organization that had the power, the spiritual power, to reform the criminal. And this is what you have to understand. As long as that strong spiritual power was in the movement, it gave the moral strength to the believer that would enable him to rise above all his negative tendencies. I know for a fact that there is a conspiracy between the Muslims and the Lincoln Rockwell.
There is a conspiracy.
Also the Ku Klux Klan. There is a conspiracy.
There is a conspiracy.
Well, the Ku Klux Klan made a deal, or yes, when I said that no one can clean up our home but us, and that we will clean it up, including and no one should control it but us, including the politics. What do I mean? I mean exactly that. Community intends to get involved in every kind of action that's going on in New York City. We don't intend to let anybody downtown influence us in any way, shape, or form. We want the influence to come from Harlem and from other Harlems around the country. Now, this doesn't mean we're anti-outside of Harlem. This doesn't mean we're anti-Bronx or anti-White Plains or anti-white or anti-German or anything like that. But it means we're pro-Harlem. We're pro-ourselves. We want to start doing something for ourselves. That's all it means. It means that we want to stop begging you for your school. We want you to get out of the way and let us straighten out the schools in Harlem.
He gonna get this work. He gonna get this work. He gonna get this work. Come on! You're not black. Remember, we only kill black people. Yeah, we only kill black people, right?
A4 Media. All rights reserved. Much appreciation, y'all. Yo. Appreciate y'all presence. You already know. I'm out.